Well, good morning, Swiss Gold Global independent business owners. I am Paul Romero. This is the Swiss Gold Global independent business owner network marketing training number 125. And today I am a man outstanding in his field. No, literally, I am outstanding in my field. Just a gorgeous morning out here today. Just thought I'd step outside and enjoy this beautiful, brisk, clean, clear Tahoe air and come out here. You guys see a little bit of, might see a little breath coming off of me here. It's just that cold, but it feels really, really good out here this morning. Today is April 17th, Friday. And yesterday I had an acupuncture treatment, and wow, I'm really impressed. I really almost don't even know how to explain it. There was, maybe a little bit of feeling of the needles and the pain, but it's not like getting a shot. Trust me, it's nothing like getting a shot in the arm for something. But I'm not quite sure exactly what it did to me, but today I feel fantastic. Yesterday afterwards, I felt fantastic. So far I'm sold on it. I'm going to get some more treatments and see how that goes. But that's a side note. Today was all about Freedom Friday and in actuality, Facebook Friday. Now, we talked about, do I have my screen up? Let me see here. I talked about the other day that we were going to go into the Swiss Gold Global website today and speak about the Facebook Friday training. Here we are. There it is. And I just go here of what I'm talking about, which is right here, in case you guys forgot where to find it. In here, the social media page of your Swiss from your business center. You're going to go down. There's 4 selections to choose, and you're going to go for the online training social media. And today we're talking about the very first module here, building your business through social media. And this is a nice little video put together by Claudia Effort and she is puts this whole Facebook program together that John was talking about the other day that he had actually developed in his mind. And then lo and behold, there it is, offered up by the organization of Swiss Gold Global in and of itself. So speaking of John, I see that somebody's popped in here. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
I'm excellent. Good morning, Paul. Yes, I popped in at 8:01.
And I want to hear you.
It's showing that my voice is coming through. It's got to be a setting on your computer, Paul.
Yeah. I had them off.
Oh, you can hear me. Great. Yeah, I popped in here right about 8:01. I just got back to the house. I went to swing by my kids' school to drop off some stuff they needed and say hi to them, because they weren't with me last night.
So yeah, we're going to talk about, like I said, the Facebook training, the video training, and you're going to jump right into it here. She starts off talking about what are the main reasons why people go on Facebook. And this is very important to know, because if you're going to go out there trying to promote your business or service or whatever on Facebook, you got to understand who you're producing, what's going on here. Why are you using this social media site in the first place? Well, people go on here for one of 5 reasons. Number 1 is dating. Number 2 is friendship. Number 3 is networking. Number 4 is relationships. And number 5 is sales. And if you'll notice, there's 4 things here for connecting with people and 1 about sales. And you know what? Most people that are on Facebook, they don't want to be sold. They don't want to be sold stuff. You know what I mean? And but nowadays, when you go on Facebook, you're being bombarded by everybody else trying to sell you their crap. And you do not want to be one of those people. One of the things you want to understand about Facebook is who is there and why, so that you can understand how you're going to filter people down to find qualified prospects. And what is a qualified prospect, John? Somebody who what?
A qualified prospect to me is somebody that fits the criteria that you're looking for in a prospect.
Well, Jeff's definition would be somebody who's interested in what you have and has the money to be able to afford it. That's a qualified prospect.
Well, a qualified prospect for our Swiss Gold Global business is somebody that's open to an opportunity to make money, that has at least $200 to invest to get started and sees the value in what we do and is willing to get out there and take some action. To me, that's a qualified prospect to me.
Exactly. So, so who's here on Facebook? You've got people here that are trying to build businesses. You've got people here that are, as far as like, salespeople and whatnot, you've got people here that are affiliate and internet marketers. You've got people here that could be potential customers of yours. You've got people here that are network marketers. Two types of network marketers actually you'll find here, which you'll find everywhere with network marketing, is you'll find a happy network marketer and the unhappy network marketer. And there's actually opportunity with all of these people here to, present your product and service. But how you're going to go about this is not just going onto Facebook and blasting out a whole bunch of, advertisements about what your product and service is and blah, blah, blah. The way we go about it on Facebook is with what's called attraction marketing. And the definition of, attraction marketing is different than basically direct marketing. Direct marketing is what I just talked about, just going out there and flooding people with a bunch of advertisement and pushing your product and service on them. Attraction marketing is where you basically sort of develop people's interest in what you have, and then they end up coming to you for your product or service, so you don't end up having to sell them. Speaking of network marketing, I want to kind of give a little definition of what networking is to begin with. And networking is the act of making contact and exchanging information with people, groups, institutions to develop mutually beneficial relationships. So where in that do you hear anything about selling? Making contact and exchanging information. Are you getting that? Making contact and exchanging information. There's no selling in that, okay? That's the beautiful thing about network marketing. That's what we're doing. We're making contact, we're exchanging information. We don't sell, all right? So this is what you want to keep in mind when you're on Facebook as well, too. You don't want to be selling. You want to be making contact with people and exchanging information. John, I know you got a word about that.
Oh, absolutely. Learning how to properly network in any context is so important, not just on Facebook here, but you could take, what's awesome about this thing is you can take these concepts to networking groups. One of the big things that that Paul and I, we don't do it as much as we should, but we used to do a lot more of it, is you go to networking groups. And one of the things people end up doing at a networking event is they go around pitching their product or service all over the room. And you know what ends up happening? Most people are like, I'm not here to be sold. I'm here to network, make relationships by sharing information. And that's what we're doing with Swiss Go Global. And we make that very clear in our presentation. And this is how we want to present ourselves on Facebook as well, is that we're not selling products and services. We're sharing this opportunity. We're sharing the message of Swiss Go Global. And what we're actually doing is teaching and training. And what is teaching and training but the exchange of ideas and information? So I'm really glad that you pointed that out, Paul. And as we've been saying, it's imperative that you watch Claudia's videos and then come to these hangouts for a little bit more interpretation of what's going on, because it's critically important if you're going to be successful on Facebook to understand that you're not going to go on Facebook and sell people, because it's a big turnoff. You're going to go on there and share and exchange information, as Paul said. And rather than go any further, I'll let Paul take it to where I think he's going to head next with this.
Well, I mean, she gets to a point of kind of exactly where and how you're going to do that. But first of all, the next thing, why Facebook? Because I'll tell you, there's millions of people on Facebook, and it's a great place to find people with similar. Huh?
Oh, you said millions. I just want to re-exchange. There's billions of people on Facebook. 1.47 to be exact. But go on.
1.47 billion people on Facebook that you have access to by the push of a button and a couple of keystrokes. That's why Facebook, okay? I mean, it's pretty obvious. Now, like I said, but Facebook, more than that, Facebook is a place where you can find people with similar agendas And Facebook provides some very simple tools that you can use to search for perfect prospects to connect with. And it's also a way to find people in other markets that you can, who'll be eager to have, what it is that you have to offer. But you don't want to just go out on Facebook and start pitching your product and service. Again, what we're talking about here, that's the big mistake that everybody makes, because the people, you've got to remember, the people that are on Facebook, they're not interested in what you're selling. They're on Facebook to connect with other people. They're not interested in all what you're selling. So if you're going on Facebook and you're pitching your product and service and trying to sell, you're going nowhere. The golden rule applies on Facebook too. And you have to always remember to treat people like you would want to be treated. So, when you go on Facebook, you don't want a bunch of advertisement. You don't want people selling you their crap. Don't do it to other people. That's really a key important piece to remember. Now, so what are you doing on here? Well, you are basically promoting a brand, which is you. You're promoting yourself, beginning right with your profile, so that people will be driven by curiosity to approach you about what you have, what you do, et cetera, and so on. And what do you use? What is the key element there that you use to drive people's curiosity? Well, basically, in one word, it's lifestyle. John?
Absolutely. I like that. We're promoting kind of a lifestyle here. That's the whole kind of idea behind Swiss Go Global. And I keep bringing it back to Swiss Go Global, although I should point out that nowhere in your sharing of information should you really directly correlate yourself to network marketing. You should kind of keep those things off your page, which may be jumping a little ahead of where we're at here. But definitely promoting lifestyle and information about lifestyle, I think that's a good key importance there.
Yeah, I mean, just when you're there, that's what the heck's going on with this thing? I start talking and it switches to you, and you start talking and it switches to me. That was weird. Anyway,
I've got to learn how to shut off some of these alerts that keep popping up on my computer from Google, because it's driving me nuts. I'm trying to pay attention to you, and these things are popping up in the corners and crap. Do you hear the little beeps?
No, I don't. Huh.
All right, good. At least it's not distracting anybody else.
Okay, so like I said, what's the one key thing that we're doing here on Facebook that we're promoting? Like I said, is you, and you're promoting a lifestyle. And is it exactly your lifestyle? Are you telling people exactly what you're doing, that you're out eating bananas this morning for breakfast? That's not necessarily what we're talking about here. What you're talking about here is basically, what do people want? Think about what people want. And I mean, people want more. They want more fun. They want more travel. They want to hang out with more people, more like-minded people. So these are the kind of areas where you want to focus your Facebook stuff. So you want to demonstrate, who you are and what you do, how you built and continue to maintain your lifestyle, and how you help those, who want the same lifestyle to do the same. Because people buy from people that they know, like, and trust. So, your primary objective with your Facebook out here is really to just make that connection. And then this was that part that I was telling you about, that, like, this is the first step of what you want to do with your Facebook. Is basically your primary objective when you make a connection with somebody is to discover, if they have a problem that you have a solution for. And particularly with Swiss Go Global, which is why it is such a, ground floor amazing opportunity for everybody, is because, what? Outside of probably about 2% of the world population, everybody has a money problem.
Yes.
So it's easy, you can easily discover what people's money problem is. Right?
Oh, absolutely. I didn't realize you're tossing it back to me. No, that's awesome right there. It's connecting with people and finding out what the problem is, so that you know what you can offer in the way of a solution. like Paul said, there's only about 2% of the world that doesn't have a money problem. Most people don't have passive income. Most people are out there, well, 98% of them really are working hourly, and the wage they're making barely make ends meet. Those are all people that are prime candidates to hear the opportunity and the story of Swiss Gold Global, because we offer information about wealth and money and passive income and what all that means. But beyond that, it also offers people an opportunity to earn income and learn new things and earn why they learn. So, but before you really introduce it, you want to see, or you want the prospect, I think, to come to the conclusion on their own that they have a need for something. And here you are with the solution for that need.
And that's, you know what, that's exactly where it kind of goes next right here, is basically talking about what is the key to attraction marketing? Well, the key to attraction marketing is to encourage a natural curiosity that grows about what you're doing, while at the same time building a positive and trusting connection. Okay, so that's how attraction marketing works. See, it says nothing about selling in there. It says nothing about advertising and getting people to call your phone number because you're puking your product upon them. You are you're building a natural curiosity. And how are we building the natural curiosity? By promoting lifestyle, by demonstrating who we are, by demonstrating what we do, by talking about, you know, how we built and continue to maintain a certain lifestyle, and how we help people who want to do the same to do the same. That's where this attraction marketing comes in. When people start seeing, you know, what you're all about, if it resonates with them, they're naturally going to be attracted to it. They're naturally going to want to be following, they'll become followers of yours, and they'll want to hear more about what it is that you're doing. And then, like I said, it builds a positive and trusting connection. Then once you've got that connection, you know, that's when you can start moving forward with your, you know, ability to convert, you know, this person into a sale.
Oh, absolutely. Paul, you're doing such a fantastic time presenting. I forgot that I was part of this conversation because I'm sitting here listening to you and taking notes. But yeah.
That's funny. Well, cool. We're and you look at this. I wrote down just enough stuff because we're just about out of time, and I'm at the end of my last page here. So how perfect is that? Let me just finish this off, John, and then I can let you throw in some final words here of the overall, wrap it up, and then take us out. So the thing about Facebook is, you know, everyone can be an ideal prospect until they disqualify themselves by, you know, answering a few questions, which obviously we're going to get into that a little bit later on in the process. But this is basically what you do. 3 steps. Number 1, while most marketers, you know, are busy trying to make a sale, you want to stand out by removing the sales agenda from your Facebook page. Okay. Number 2 is through conversations, you want to uncover the needs and wants and of another person and see if you have a way to help them. And then by being that, you know, sort of the go-to person for helpful solutions, through that you establish yourself as that trusted friend or expert in your field, and become, you know, more attractive, you know, to the very people that you actually want to draw in. So that's the whole thing right there, is you're not selling anything. You're presenting an image. You're presenting the whole picture of the lifestyle and everything, and people see it, and the people that want it, the people that you want to be talking about are the people that want it. You know, the people that you want to be talking to, those are the people who want it. And so they just start naturally, you know, becoming drawn into what you're putting out on Facebook, and then you can start making connections on a personal level and getting into, you know, discovering what their problems are and obviously presenting your solution. So with that, John, I mean, that's the first 13 minutes of the training, of the 42-minute training. So we've got a long way to go in this, guys. That's just the first 13 minutes, all right? So go ahead, John. Why don't you give us a final consensus here, your thoughts in the overall of this, and take us home.
Well, my final thought on this is just to reiterate kind of the last little bit of what you said. I mean, that kind of sums up what we're doing here with Facebook is, number one, you want to remove the sales agenda from what you're presenting on Facebook. We're there to share information and exchange ideas and information, not to sell products. So we don't want to be salesy. So that's so key right there, is to remove the sales agenda from your presentation on Facebook. Remember, you're promoting yourself, and what you're trying to do is connect with people. And as Paul said, everyone is a qualified prospect until they disqualify themselves. And how you disqualify them is number two of what Paul brought up there at the end, is through conversation. You want to uncover people's wants, needs, desires. And we're going to get into that in future Hangouts here about the exact script for that conversation. When we get there, you're just going to be blown away at how easy this is. So through conversation, we're going to uncover people's wants, needs, desires, and ultimately what we want to do is as I said, we're promoting ourselves on Facebook. We're not selling anything. We're exchanging ideas and information about ourselves, because we are positioning ourselves as the ones that can offer the solution. We're the ones that can fill the gaps for people. When we uncover those wants and needs and the people's desires through the conversations, then we are going to be positioning ourselves in the conversation, positioning ourselves as we post on Facebook as the experts in the field, as the one that has the solution to what people are looking for. So those are three key things that kind of sum up everything we talked about here today: is remove the sales agenda, uncover people's wants and needs. We're not being salesmen. We're not promoting a sales agenda. We're sharing ideas and information, and we're going to position ourselves as the ones that can offer the solution. That's my final thought for the day. Is that sums it all up right there. So with that being said, the prayer is, "O universe, I ask not just for more riches, but for more wisdom with which to make better use of the riches given to me at birth, through the power to control and direct my own mind to whatever ends I may desire." Well, go out there, have a great weekend. We're looking forward to coming back here on Monday, which Own Your Life Plan Monday. We'll get into the chapter of Don Falia's book. Did I say Monday? I meant New Op Day. So I apologize. And have a great weekend.
Yeah, slap yourself.